Okay, let's look at the worksheet number 2. Now notice at the top it says proofs worksheet number 2, and then it says segment and angle addition postulate. Okay, so all the things we've been using, we're going to keep using, and now we're just going to add the segment and angle addition postulate into the mix. Okay, so we're going to take this, and I just cut these straight from those sheets that you glued into your interactive student notebook. So you have these in, and all I did is I found the angle addition postulate and the segment addition postulate, and I just put them in here. So just remember, the segment addition postulate tells you that you can add up these two pieces here to equal the big piece. So in other words, I can say that AB plus BC is going to equal the entire AC. Okay, that's all the segment addition postulate tells me. And likewise, the angle addition postulate tells me that I can add this angle here plus this angle here, and it's going to equal this entire big angle here. Okay, those are the only two things. All right, so let's do a couple examples together, and then you guys can do the rest of the sheet on your own with your classmates. All right, so here's example 1. Notice the entire left-hand column is given to us, but hardly any of the right hand is. So we got to fill in all these blanks here. All right, AC equals AB plus AB. That's given, guys. Okay, that came straight from here. So 1 is just this. All right, now 2, it says AB plus BC equals AC. So let's look at this here. AB plus BC equals this whole thing AC. That is the segment addition postulate. That's what we just talked about in our previous slide right here. Same thing. All right, so now if I look at number 3. So how did I go from number 2 to number 3? Okay, how did I go from here to here? That's what I'm going to put right here. All right, well, it says AB plus BC equals AB plus AB. So notice the left-hand parts are the same, but somehow AC turned into AB plus AB. Well, if we look up here, doesn't AC equal AB plus AB? So all I did, guys, is I substituted substitution property of equality, and I substituted number 1 in for number 3. Okay, I took this AB plus AB and I substituted it in here because that's what AC equals. So I rewrote number 2 and I substituted number 1. All right, now I'm going to ask myself, how did I go from 3 to 4? Because however I went from 3 to 4 is what I'm going to put here. Well, somehow AB plus BC just went to BC, and AB plus AB just went to AB. Well, didn't I subtract AB from both sides of the equation? And if I subtract the same thing from both sides of the equation, that is the subtraction property of equality. Okay, so that's our first example. All right, let's look at the second example here. All right, so number 1, it's our given. Okay, well, guys, this is our given. We do have to fill in the left side sometimes. Measure of angle 1 equals measure of angle 3. That's our given. All right. Well, now number 2 tells us we are using the angle addition postulate to find that angle EBA, so this whole angle, is angle 2 plus angle 3. That is the angle addition postulate. Okay, so now what I put here is my reasoning of how I went from number 2 to 3. What makes it a legal move here? Well, notice 2 and 3, the only thing that changed is our measure of angle 3 changed to a measure of angle 1. Well, how can we do that? Well, if we look up here, measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 3, so I can substitute it in. So substitution property of equality, and I substituted number 1 in for number 2. Okay, I substituted this here into this line. All right, well now, how did I go from 3 to 4? Okay, so measure of angle EBA is 2 plus 1, and then I just change it to 1 plus 2. Well, guys, the commutative property of addition tells you that I can add 2 numbers in any order, 2 things in either order, and it doesn't change. So like 3 plus 5 is the same thing as 5 plus 3. That's where that came from. All right, now number 5, it tells me I need to use the angle addition postulate. Okay, well, I've already used the angle addition postulate to have EBA. Okay, so now I'm going to use it. I want CBD here. Measure of angle CBD equals, so using the angle addition postulate, how can we write the measure of angle CBD? We can rewrite that as the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2. Okay, so CBD equals 1 plus 2. Okay, now the transitive property of equality, guys, that means 2 things are equal to the same thing. Well, notice angle EBA is angle 1 plus angle 2, and angle CBD is 1 plus angle 2. So here I can just say that measure of angle EBA equals the measure of angle CBD, and now I've proved what I wanted to prove. Okay, now the rest of the problems on this sheet is for you and your classmates to figure out. Please work together. Ask me if you have questions. Don't ever feel stuck like you're alone. These are very, very difficult to begin with, which is why we're going to do so much practice. But please do ask questions when you get confused, and I will also post the key, not for you to copy from, but for you to check yourself and know when you need to ask questions.